I'm Jonathan from Rupert Neve Designs, and today I'm going to show you how to set up, load, and connect your new R6 500 series rack. The R6 has 6 slots and plenty of power for your 500 series modules. The power meter shows the actual power consumed, and that means it may vary depending on how many modules you have installed, how you're using it, and how much signal you're pushing through it. If some of the modules you're using are unshielded and not fully enclosed, you may in fact not want to put them right adjacent to the power supply. Even though the R6 power supply is fully double shielded, you might want to put them in one of the other slots. Now it's time to load your R6 rack. Generally, it's easier to start from one end or the other. First, gently slide the module in place, making sure the mating connector slides in the back. Now it's time to screw your module into the rack. Take either the screw that came with your module or the one supplied with the R6 rack and gently position them and start to thread them in and tighten it up. There's some play with each of the screw positions because some modules might be wider or slightly narrower than other ones, and this allows you to make sure that everything is lined up as you like it. If you want to link 2 modules for stereo operations, depending on the module, you'll either want to use a link cable to connect between the 2 modules or move the jumper at the back of the R6 from the off position to the on position. Remember, slots link from left to right. So position 1 or slot 1 links to slot 2, etc., and 5 links to slot 6. Now let's look at the back of the R6. You have an input and output for every slot in both XLR and TRS, as well as DB25 for the inputs and DB25 for the outputs. All the inputs and all the outputs on each slot are in parallel, which means you can go in one type of connector and out a completely different kind of connector. And you can even use the back as a patch bay. You can also mult the outputs, but please don't try that on the inputs. One of the really cool features of the R6 is that you can create your own channel strip with 500 series modules. Run out of the output of your mic pre into an equalizer, run out of the equalizer into a compressor, and then connect the input to your channel strip and the output from your channel strip. The DB25 connectors on the R6 have a special additional feature. You can access channels 7 and 8 of the DB25 connector from the back of the rack. You would use this if you're hooking up a DB25 connector to, say, an interface or an outboard mixer. And this allows you to get to channels 7 and 8 with either XLRs or TRS, and even you can cross-patch from something in the rack to something in the interface or the mixer. Now I'd like to show you the R6 with the optional rack kit and handles. This allows you to mount the R6 in any 19-inch rack. And now it's time to start recording with your new Rupert Neve Designs R6 500 series rack. If you have any more questions, or you want to find out about some of the other great gear we make, please go to rupertneve.com. Thank you.